Hello, everybody. This is Football Psych, and I'm Coach Mike.
And it's good old Shaq. Guess who's back? Oh,
Man,
yeah.
it's so good to have you back. And everybody, welcome to Football Psych. And this is the Commanders edition. Now, we don't know if Lord Sarge is going to be joining us because he's cruising. He says he is. But, man, connections on a cruise, that don't work so hot.
Yeah, they're supposed to be switching to Starlink, apparently, because all the other services out there suck. You know, I've been out on cruises. I cruise a lot. So, yeah, that's the word. That's what they were saying. They're about to start switching to Starlink.
Okay. Well, hey, I mean, I hope it happens, man, because I cruise. I don't cruise as much as you do, but like I do like cruises, and connections are always the thing that bugs me.
Yeah. That's why I never get the internet package. Like, I never do. I just leave my phone safe, and I just go get drunk and have a good time.
Yeah, I just check my stuff on everywhere in port.
Yeah, well, that or I get my sports from the Heroes Bar. Like, I was keeping up with everything going on from the Heroes Bar.
All
Even
right.
though
Well, I'm looking forward to your assessment, your analysis, because we kind of went over a lot of this stuff. And I will tell you, over the past week, we haven't signed. I like the new hat, by the way, but we
yeah,
haven't signed anybody really in the past week. So, like the names that we put out last week are the names, and I want to get your assessment and your analysis of that. And we're going to
yeah,
go down by position groups because I think it's a worth thing. And so, if you're watching this show, make sure you put your comments in the comment sections. Tell us what you got going on, and we'll make sure that we address those things.
that's right.
All right. I can barely see, so I'm going to let you keep track of the comments there, Shaq.
I
Here
got
comes
you.
Adam. All right. So the big thing that we got going on, the next major milestone is April 23rd, 25th, NFL draft in Pittsburgh, baby, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Now, as of right now, none of the draft picks have changed. We still have a first and a third, a fifth, two sixes, and a seven. I'm telling you, when you don't have a second and a fourth round pick, you better hit on your first and your third.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you right now. We just had this conversation before we came on there. We talked about Brandon Ayuk coming. Now, I don't think. I think if we go out and get a big body, McCall from USC, we get Carnell Tate from Ohio State. Brandon Ayuk's not coming here. So I think this is just me personally, because I think Sonny Styles gonna be off the board. I think Ruben Bain gonna be off the board. Arvell Reese gonna be off the board, right? So I'm gonna tell you right now, mark my words. I think if we don't trade back, I think it's either going to be Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, or Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, and that's probably safe to go. I don't know about Downs because he's got a medical issue thing going on. I think
Yep.
he might be. I actually think he's going to drop big time in the draft. So then it's going to be like, are we going to dangle the idea that somebody wants to jump up and get Jeremiah Love, or are we going to pull that trigger on him?
Now, and I'm going to tell you this right now. If we trade back, there's a good quality cornerback that like he had a pro day today, and it may have helped his stock. Dulane Mansour.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He had a great pro day. So that may have helped his stock some. Maybe moving him from like in the 20s, somewhere in the 20s to maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe mid-teens, somewhere like that. So we trade back, he may be there for us. So we can solidify that other corner position.
That's what I would be a fan of. If we can trade back and maybe also pick up a second round pick, and then we can go ahead and get our corner there, and then we got another second, maybe to pick up another wide receiver or something like that, or a center or something. I would be all for it.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna see though. I can tell you right now, we're gonna see. Carnell Tate is a safe pick though. I think we're gonna go. Last year we did offense, defense. I think safe pick this year is going to be we're going to go offense heavy this year because I think we're just about shored up the defense, and then we're going to get here and there pick people. And then this year, I think it's going to be Madrano's time to shine because if we go to a 3-4, we go to a 3-4. If we go to that 3-4, Madrano is a speed guy, fastest linebacker in last year's draft. This defense is set for him. Right, so we're going to see a lot more of him this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I'm a huge fan of him. We didn't play him nearly enough.
No, yeah, exactly. Yep.
So, all right. So here are the top draft prospects that we're looking at for what might be there at number 7. You mentioned that Bain will probably be off the board. Arvell Reese, I can almost guarantee you, he will not be there. No. And you talked about Carnell Tate.
Yep.
Jeremiah Lies, Sonny Styles with his performance, I don't think he's going to fall to number 7. If he's
Oh,
there, we're definitely taking him,
yes.
but I don't think he's going to be there.
Yeah, I would say if Sonny Styles is around at number 7, safe to say. But if he's gone, the pick is going to be either Jeremiah Love, Caleb Downs, or Carnell Tate.
Now I know which one that you would prefer. You probably prefer Carnell Tate, but do you really think that if Jeremiah Love's there that we wouldn't take him?
Okay, so there's no real sound. There's no real sound 1,000-yard runner in our backfield right now. Now, granted, Bill had over 800 yards. Bill had a good year as a rookie, over 822 yards, something like that. Bill had a good year. So I'm not going to discount what Bill did. But are we going to go into this season with him as our premier back, with us bringing McNichols, which is going to be a practice squad guy, because we brought in Rachaad White and Ford from Cleveland. And why we picked them up, I don't know. Nickel and Diamond again, when in fact Jeremiah Love may fall to us.
Yeah, he might. And I don't know. For me, I'm still a fan. For those of you guys who know, I've been talking about this for about 3 months now. I'm still a fan of us trading back to pick up more picks. Yep. I think that there's a lot of depth that this team still needs. And so when I start thinking about like another safety, another corner, another receiver, another tight end, another center, I mean, there's so many positions in depth that I think that we need that if we could pick up more picks, I'm just more of a fan of that. Our track record on first-round draft picks has not been great.
It has not.
And even if we do pick a guy, I'm like, it's great. But, with this team, I think personally, if I was in that position, unless if it's Sonny Styles, if it's anybody else, I'm going to dangle that person out there on the market and say, hey, listen, who wants to trade up just to pick up more picks? And to your point, if I could drop back to 12, 13, 14, 15.
And Mansour's going to be there. Yeah, Mansour's going to be there. Yep.
I would love that. I would love to be able to trade back, get him, and pick up another pick or two.
Yep. Hey, what's going on, Jeff, Paula, Jack? How y'all doing?
Yeah,
I know y'all missed me. I'm back.
So, all right. Well, I want to take a look at this roster here. So, man, there's been a lot of stuff. You mentioned the running back room. How do you feel? I'm going to start at quarterback, though. How do you feel about us bringing back Marcus Mariota?
Well, I mean, he's a suitable backup. He's a suitable backup. Now, this is just me personally. I would have preferred us to go after Justin Fields. I would have preferred that.
Yeah, he's younger.
He's younger. You know what I'm saying? Same kind of playing style, stuff like that, right? So I would have preferred us. Now he's sitting in Kansas City behind Mahomes. Now that's good for him. It's great for him because he's sitting behind Mahomes. He's going to get Class A, you know what I'm saying, quarterback coaching behind Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers is at the point right now he don't want to teach, he just want to play. So he was never going to get that, right?
Right.
Yeah, so he was never going to get that no way. Russell Wilson at the point, he don't want to teach, he just want to play. He was never going to get it, right? So he's going to have a chance to sit behind Mahomes and really learn the game, have the game slow down for him. I wish we really brought him in to DC as a backup.
That would have been a great choice. All right, running back room, you mentioned Rachaad White, Jerome Ford. I don't know why we brought McNichols back, honestly.
Yeah. One thing about this running back room, and hear me, I am glad they let Chris Rodriguez go. I'm going to tell you why. Chris Rodriguez needs to be somewhere in the NFL carrying the ball 20 to 25 times a game. He was not he's a workload guy, so he was not getting his just due. Every game when Chris Rodriguez had close to 20 carries, he had breakout games. So yeah, I'm glad he in Jacksonville about to get his just due.
No, that's a good point. So in the receiving room right now, I will tell you one of the cool signs I like. We brought Dyami Brown back. I kind of like Dyami Brown. I didn't like to see him go to Jacksonville. I was just like, why didn't we keep him? But I'm glad he's back.
Yep. So I like that pick. I like that pickup. Like you say, he should have never walked away. But Dyami Brown's wanted to come back and wanted to prove something. The fan base already familiar with him. He better not come back here dropping passes and all that stuff. He's familiar with Jaden Daniels. He's somewhat familiar with the system we're gonna be running. So he better come back here and be ready to play. If not, we're gonna bull him off the field.
Yeah, but to your point, like when you look at guys like Ja'Cory Brooks, De'Ami Brown, Jalen Lane, Treylon Burks, of course, Scary Terry.
Yep.
I know they had Luke McCaffrey in there, but I think Luke McCaffrey is going to struggle to try to make this roster. Could get moved on from. It'll be interesting. He's going to have to make this team, in my opinion, on special teams.
Yep.
But the receiving room, I can almost guarantee, even though I know you're not a fan of it, I can almost guarantee we're going to pick up Brandon Ayuk.
So now, since we talk about this, since we talk about this receiving room, Coach Mad Mike, you know this boils my blood when we talk about Brandon Ayuk to Washington D.C. This man had one good season his whole NFL career. One good season. He wasn't worth the money when he went to San Francisco. He wasn't worth the money when he was in Philadelphia. One good season, right?
That guy stole a lot of money from San Francisco.
He did, right? So we bring him in 1 year, $3-4 million, $6 million, something like that. But there are other things that could be done in his receiving room. I would have rather brought in a 32-year-old Stephon Diggs who had a wonderful year last year, magnificent year, easily the MVP of that New England Patriots team, right?
Still out there.
Yep, I would have rather brought him in than Van Jefferson.
Yeah, Van Jefferson, we talked about this before we came online. I actually kind of see him being more of a camp body.
Yeah.
He's going to struggle. I mean, unless he can, pick up the last spot on the roster, he's probably a practice squad guy.
Yeah.
It just depends on how far along Ja'Cory Brooks is.
Yeah, and then he's Noah Brown 2.0. Why we held on to Noah Brown an extra year? Nobody knows.
No, I don't get it either. I don't get that signing. I don't get the Nick Nash signing either.
No.
So I don't see these guys necessarily making it. But we bring in Brandon Ayuk, and especially we also draft another receiver. This room's going to get very tight.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. At number 7, if we bring in Carnell Tate at the number 7 pick, goodbye, Nick Nash. Goodbye, Van Jefferson. Goodbye, Luke McCaffrey. And Ja'Cory Brooks is on the bubble.
Yep. And probably, and if he doesn't make it, he'll probably be a practice squad guy. But
and we have to draft a young receiver. We have to. I'm gonna tell you why we have to draft one. This year coming up is probably gonna be Terry McLaurin's last year in DC.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be his last year. So we're
looking for a new number one.
We're looking for a new number one.
And I don't think it's Brandon Ayuk.
No, it's gonna be Carnell Tate.
So tight end room, man. Chig. What do you think about the Chig signing?
Okay, so out of all of the pickups, right, there were 2 steals in this free agency so far. Chig is one of them, and Chason is the other one from New England.
Yep.
Still, absolute steals. When I say absolute steals. So yeah, it is a good pickup.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have an outstanding. If he's not the second leading receiver on his team, he's gonna be in the top 3 for sure. Yep. Because I see Jaden Daniels just lighting this guy up.
Yep.
Just lighting him up.
Hey, Shay, how you doing? It's been a minute. I'm back. Now I'm glad that everybody's in here. Y'all leaving all the comments and everything. So Paula said, they said the QB from Indiana is going number 1, right? Paula said, who do you think we're gonna draft number 1? And Paula, I'm going. If Sonny Styles is still on the board, we're gonna go with him. If not, it's between Caleb Downs, Carnell Tate, and Jeremiah Love. One of the 3.
Yeah, and I will tell you, my preferred position on the matter is we trade back.
Yep.
I don't care who's there, unless it's Sonny Styles, which I don't think he'll be there. But if it's anybody else, I think we're fielding phone calls, and we're trying to trade back. And then I like the corner that you mentioned, Masoon,
yes.
being our pick. If we can trade back to say 12, 13, 14, 15 range, Paula, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Because I'd love to be able to do that. I don't see a need to pull the trigger right there at that spot if we can trade back and pick up another pick or two.
Well, I can tell you right now, with the pro day that Marcel had, I don't if I don't think he's going to slide past 12. With the pro day that he had, he ran a 4.3 today. He looked so crisp running through his drills. Like he's ready, he's NFL ready. He's ready to go. So
Nice.
yeah. So I don't see him slipping past 12. He may even ease after today, he may have eased his way into the top 10.
Oof.
Yeah. Telling you. He may be the first.
So we might need a backup plan if we do trade back, but like
he may be the first defensive back to come off the board, man.
Man, and well deserved, well deserved. I mean, everything I've seen on him has been fantastic. So, obviously, to me, I'm not real happy with our offensive line situation. You know, we got rid of Abidaz, and we decided we're going to go with Nick Allegretti, which I think is a joke. I don't like that at all. To me, this team is in dire need of another center, and there's centers that are out there.
Yep.
And there's guys and we have the cap space, and I'll go over cap space here in a little bit, but I think, you know, we can bring one of those guys in. It may be another position we can address in the draft, pick up another true center, and then bringing Chris Paul back. I'm okay with, but like he didn't really like light up. He's better than Brandon Coleman for sure.
He is, and Brandon Coleman is another one. If we draft a guard in this draft, Brandon Coleman needs to be on alert. He needs to be on alert. Like, buddy, you haven't shown us nothing in 2 years you've been here, right? Now, Jack said he likes Hurst from Georgia, the receiver from Georgia, Hurst.
Oh, that's not a bad one.
That's not a bad one at all. But USC has a pair of receivers coming out, a pair. Mm-hmm. And you should have seen my son. My son was lit up when he saw his friends on TV. Like, oh, there they go. You know what I'm saying? So
that's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't really know too much about David Blau's offensive scheme that much. We do know he wants to go to a zone running scheme, which the last time we did that, we had
Shanahan.
Clinton Morris in the background.
No. We had Alfred Morris.
Alfred
Morris. It was Alfred Morris at RG3 when we was running the zone.
That's true. It was the Shanahan era.
It was the Shanahan era. And we was running those stretch plays with Alfred Morris at RG3, quick slants, stuff like that. Yeah. It was RG3.
So we might be going back to something similar to that.
Yep.
So
and that was the year Alfred Morris had 1,200 yards one year, had 1,000 yards next year. I mean, it was working. We was running people into the dirt.
All right, well, let's look at defense. I will tell you on defense, we are going to a 3-4. I will tell you, I'm not sure how everybody likes the change, but I will tell you that this team is probably more posture now, and plus all of our free agency moves that we did. I think our defense is almost set.
It is. Now I'm gonna tell you, out of this defense right now, again, that Chason pick still. Now I'm kind of up in the air with the Chenal pick. Like they say, he's the strongest dude on the field, right? But he suffers in coverage. I noticed that when we played him, he suffered in coverage, right? But he's a tackle machine. He's not Bobby Wagner, but he's a tackle machine, right? The Nick Cross pickup was and Meek Robinson pickup. Those were great pickups, and we got them for discount. Now, the guys that's on defense that are in trouble, Deron Payne, Quan Martin. These guys are in trouble. Will Harris, he's in trouble. These guys are in trouble. Ricky Barber, in trouble. Shad Tuttle, in trouble. Nick Bellore, he might as well go and pack his bags.
Yeah. Nick Bellore, the only reason why he's still on this roster is because of his special teams play. He always grades out as a top defensive teams player guy, but like we might need his roster spot. So, you know, I know we like special teams player, but that's all he is. So if we can get him replaced on special teams and he can also contribute to this defense, then that's what we're going to go with, because we have to carry a lot of linebackers, and Nick Bellore is not going to see the field in this 3-4.
And this is like we talked about before we came on here, right? 3-4 defense. Zay Madrano ran the fastest 40 as a linebacker in his rookie class last year. This is his time to shine.
I believe that.
And this is Madrano's time to shine. If they're going to a 3-4 where they're going to have 4 linebackers out there, this is going to be his time to control the middle of the field.
Yep, and I also think this is a great opportunity for Jordan McGee to really take that next step as well. And don't be surprised, like, if they don't move Frankie Luvu more to the outside linebacker position. Because when he was playing closer to the line, he was grading out much higher. And so, like, him being able to cover those flats and being able to put pressure on the quarterback, I think at this point, that's where Frankie Luvu shines. And so I don't see him necessarily playing as much inside as potentially playing him more outside.
And Shay, I agree with you. Shay said, we get the defense together, we're going to be a scary team. And I agree. I agree with that. Shay, that's fair assessment. I really, really agree with that. Because right now, we was the worst defense in the NFL last year. And right now, we're taking all the strides we can to get it right. And I think we had some guys on the bubble. Johnny Newton's on the bubble. There's some other. Now, what in this depth chart, what surprised me is they didn't have Drake Jackson so far down on the depth chart. I would have him up there before Dietrich Wise.
Yeah, I think so. But like, I think Drake Jackson is going to be a guy that can play, defensive end, or he can play outside where it's the Will or the Sam linebacker position. I actually think he'd be better on the Sam linebacker position. And so, like, I don't necessarily say this depth chart is where it's going to be. This is the one that was produced by ESPN. And they're not always that accurate. So until we get into like training camp and we start hearing where some of these guys are lining up and really get into preseason, but I wouldn't be surprised if Drake Jackson is not either maybe more like a left defensive end, or he plays on the outside linebacker position. I know they got him on the wheel now, but like I think Drake Jackson could beat out Doris Armstrong. I think he can beat out even Charles Imanu, who that we signed.
I do. I think so too. Younger. He spent a lot of time injured, yes. But I mean, but when he's on the field, he's on the field. He's productive. Look at the games he did play last year. How productive Drake Jackson was last year. In the few games he played, he was controlling the game. Even in our losses, there was one highlight in the game, and it was him. Right. So I feel like that. Drake Jackson would be an asset. Now, John Baptiste. Sorry, brother. We enjoyed your time here in DC, but you need to start shopping around. All right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think he's going to be on the roster when this thing comes settled up. I mean,
Percy Butler, another one. Glad we had you on the roster. Tyler Owens, glad we had you on the roster. But I mean, time to go. It's time to go.
So, what do you think about Amik Robertson, that signing?
So this thing right here, he's clutch. So for the Lions, he got it together. He came together when everybody was hurt, everybody was mad. He was the highlight of Detroit's secondary, right? So he's not any ball hawking corner by any means. So the role that Sam Steele was playing, he's going to step into that role. So they must have confidence when they picked him up, they signed him. They must have confidence with Sam Steele on the outside. And I don't even have that kind of confidence with Sam Steele on the outside. But they must have confidence with him on the outside if they brought Amik Robertson in, because he plays what Sam Steele been playing the last couple of years.
This team is in dire need of another corner, though.
Yep.
I mean, this is one where I wouldn't be surprised if we use our 3rd round draft pick on a corner if we don't get our guy in the 1st round by trading back.
If we get Mansour and we bring in Mansour, if San Francisco don't ball out, he may be on the block. Amik Robinson, they brought him in, they pay him that money, and he's more solid at San Francisco's spot. So, hey man, he better come
on. We typically carry 5 corners, and you need some depth there too. And we don't really have any depth at all. No. I don't have a high degree of confidence in Trey Hawkins or Darius Rush or Viggers. I think that this team could use 2 more corners.
Yep.
out there, and there's corners out there to be had.
It is. It is.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, hey,
I think right now we're sitting at 18 slots that are open on our team.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you some cornerbacks. And hear me out on this one. I'm gonna tell you some cornerbacks that are still out there right now. Hold on. Jack said wild prediction. Washington wins the Super Bowl in 28, and Jaden is on Team USA flag football winning the gold medal in the Olympics. Hey Jack, that sounds fair. That's a fair assessment.
That's a fair assessment. He's gonna be teammates with Darryl Green on the Olympic team.
Yeah, that's right. And ain't no other country in the world gonna compete with the United States in football. Come on, man. Let's get it together.
Nah,
right?
Not even close.
Now, no, Jeff said Jalen Ramsey's looking for a new team, but we don't want him. Jalen Ramsey, just like Marshawn Lattimore, we don't want him. Overpaid St. Juice. We don't want him. He's had his time. The run is up. Go somewhere and sit down, right? So there are some guys that I'm mad we missed out on, right? Reed Blankenship. I'm mad we missed out on Reed Blankenship, right? There's somebody still out there right now, and I don't know why we haven't made the phone call to bring him in. Trayvon Diggs.
Yep.
Because it's Trayvon Diggs. Hear me on this. Trayvon Diggs, most successful years in the NFL, Dan Quinn was his defensive coordinator.
No, I actually like that one. I mean,
hear me.
He's still available out there. So, like, why haven't we made a move on him?
I don't know. Well, he had off the field issues and stuff like that, and they said that something about him being toxic in the locker room or something like that. But everybody needs a fresh start, right? So when he got up to Green Bay, I guess he didn't fit the culture up there. There was a favor to Michael Parsons, right? But everybody needs a fresh start. And Dan Quinn has already worked with him. His most successful years were with Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn bring him in, give him a talk. We ain't playing out here. We try to go to the bowl. If you ain't on that type of time, take it back to Dallas. We don't need you, right? But we should, on this roster, before the season starts, we should have one of the two Diggs brothers on this roster. Stephon, I would rather take him at 32 than Van Jefferson or 27-year-old Trayvon Diggs at quarterback.
How about L'Jarius Sneed?
He's a little bit older. I would take him. He's a little bit older. Yeah, but I mean,
I'm just looking for like one or two more guys we can bring in that just like really solidifies our corners, right?
I can tell you another guy.
We're shallow right now. We're shallow.
I can tell you another guy we missed out on. CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah, there's another guy we missed out on. I was like, if you look at it, we missed out. We brought in. I applaud what we brought in on the defense, but we missed out on some people that really good playmakers. Reed Blankenship is a playmaker. He would have instantly fixed our safety room. Instantly. So,
I do like the Nick Cross pickup.
I like that.
And I think that there's still room for another safety that we can bring in.
Yep.
And I believe that there's some safeties out there that we can still get relatively cheap. So I don't think that we are done, even though that we kind of gone quiet the past week. After the mass rush of guys that we brought in, I think that there's going to be a second wave that's going to happen where we're going to start picking up some of these backup players. Again, we have 18 available slots on this roster. We're going to fill 6 with draft picks, maybe 7 or 8, which leaves us about 10 to a dozen other players that we can fill out our 90-man roster with. And we need to bring more and more competition at some of these positions to challenge some of the vets who've been here.
Yep. And look, Shay said, when we talk about the Super Bowl, she said, not as long as Dan Quinn is the head coach. And that's one of the things, Shay, we argue about a lot of stuff because she's a Tampa Bay fan. We argue about a lot of stuff. And that's one of the things I agree with. He did come in here and change the culture, but I knew he wasn't our guy. And I've been saying that since I've been on this show.
Yeah, well, unless he screws up, which I'm just so tired of our team being screwed up. But unless he screwed us up, he's going to be our guy for a little bit. If he does screw this up, he'll be out. Mike Tomlin will be in next year, and then we'll be resetting.
So some of my private sources have told me that Mike Tomlin's going to the college ranks.
Really?
He's leaving the NFL, going to looking and shopping around. He gonna take this time off to be with his family. Then he gonna start shopping around in college. Yeah,
I get it because I heard like a lot of times, there's more security in the college ranks.
it is.
The money's almost the same
Yeah,
for a head coach, but there's a lot more job security. And he's used to being in Pittsburgh, sticking around for a couple decades. So he's probably going to want to go somewhere it goes like, hey, I want this to be the last job I take.
yeah, no, for real. And he's still a fairly young man. Like, I mean, he can retire somewhere. Go to University of Maryland or University of Texas. Go down there, change the program, and just stay. Now, recruiting in college is a whole lot more difficult than it is in the NFL.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. For selfish reasons, I would hope that we would bring him in to interview him if we're getting rid of Dan Quinn.
Now, I would if I was him, I would rather come to Washington than to go to a fairly like go to Colorado, something like Deion did, right?
Yeah,
and go there. Everybody have these high expectations for you, and then next thing you know, you have one good winning season, then your program is failing. Now everybody's pointing at you like, man, we thought you was the guy. Like Tommy gonna get the same ridicule, right? So, yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna want to get a big school.
Yep.
Tomlin's gonna command a big school. Deion wasn't willing to put in the time to get a big school.
Well, I mean, Colorado is. I mean, you got to think about Colorado is still a fairly decent sized school. It's not. I mean,
it's one. It is that, but it's not an SEC kind of like big NFL feeder school.
Well, yeah. I'm about to say because SEC. If you look at the SEC, most of those coaching staff down there are comprised of former NFL coaches.
That's right. They are.
They are. So
I mean, that's where you go on park, and then you work your angle. And if you're ready to make a big jump back in the NFL, you're ready to do it. But a lot of these guys are making more money at college than they can make in the NFL.
And there's some other big programs that Mike Tomlin, Florida State. I know Florida just got a coach, but I mean, Florida been a good one for him. But Florida State, Texas Tech, there's some programs that he can. Washington, there's some programs that he can go and he can transform. You know what I'm saying?
Miami.
Well, no, Miami is good to go where they at. I think Miami is good to go where they at right now. South Carolina, you know what I'm saying? Vanderbilt's had good seasons. They've been growing. Tennessee, you go to Tennessee, they've been having good years, but they can never get over the hump.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's move on here. So, special teams, we brought Moody back. I don't understand why we signed Moody back so quickly. Why would we do that?
All the kickers out here, we could have drafted one with our last pick.
Yeah, for real. I didn't see the urgency to re-sign Jake Moody. It's not like he wasn't going to be there post draft.
Yeah, or we could have signed an undrafted free agent kicker because many of those get drafted.
Yeah, so that was a thing. So I wanted to show this slide because this shows the last 2 years. This is under the Adam Peters regime, and you got the "Go Adam Peters Go" in your name today.
Yes, go Adam Peters go.
I wanted to show his first 2 draft classes on, and I want you to grade him out for me. Like, how well has he done? This last year, you see the picks that he got. And then the year before that, you see the picks that were brought in. Not bad considering just about all these guys are still on the roster.
Yes.
I don't think Dominique Hampton is anymore.
No, he's still. Well, they probably didn't. I think he's still on the roster. He should be.
Is he?
Yeah, he should be.
But everybody else is still on this roster. So if you were to look at that, I mean, some of these guys, their grades are like a little questionable, like Brandon Coleman, Ben Sinnott, Luke McCaffrey. Some of these guys haven't completely, Javonte, he was a 7th round pick. You got to give him a break. But I like the picks that he made last year. I think all those have potential to do real well.
And now the draft class, and this is me, the draft class we bought in last year, looking at what we know now, The draft class we brought in last year is better than the one Jaden Daniels class. I'm gonna tell you why. Josh Connolly went out there and performed last year. Connolly performed, right? Trey Amos, a stud. We found our guy at corner. Trey Amos is a stud. He was a steal of last year's draft, hands down. And Jahar Campbell with the Eagles, and Trey Amos steals of the draft, hands down, right? Jalen Lane,
he still needs to like take that next step.
He do, right? But Cam Madrano, we're going to see what he really has this year. In a 3-4 scheme, we're going to see what he has this year. This is his fastest guy in the linebacker core. Now's your time, guy. Now's your time. This is what you're here for, right?
Yep.
And then we had Ja'Cory Crossman, Bill. He didn't even start most of the season, and he rushed for nearly 1,000 yards. So he was another steal. But I told you this before.
7th round pick. What a steal.
What a steal. So I told you before the draft ended that Bill was still the draft because of how he was out there in Arizona, right? So
yeah, I will tell you, I was mad last year though about the Josh Connolly pick because there was edge rushers that were out there. I don't think we would have gone 5 and 12 if we would have drafted an edge rusher.
And I'm gonna tell you, only edge rusher in last year's class that didn't have a productive year was Mike Green. All the rest of them had productive years.
Right. I mean, I get it. Josh Connolly did well, but there was still several strong defensive ends, edge rushers that we could have got at that pick.
Yeah.
I didn't think we needed to. I wasn't tracking Josh Connolly before he got drafted at all.
No. Now, Jack said, did I watch the flag football tournament between professional football athletes and Team USA? Yeah, I watched that garbage. It was. I will tell you, the USA team, man, they got some quick little dudes on their team now. They ain't big enough for the NFL, but I did enjoy seeing the NFL players compete. Now, it would have been bad if Jay Daniels got hurt, Joe Burrow got hurt, Tom Brady retired, so he can go out there and sling the ball all he wants. But especially when I seen Joe Burrow running around, I was like, hey man,
I tell you what, I did not like seeing Jaden Daniels out there at all.
No.
To me, it's just like, man, you just came off of an injury. Like, you are so important to our franchise right now. Like,
yeah,
I get it's flag football, man. I don't want you out there.
Yep, Jalen Hurts was out there. I was like, all right, man. But I mean, to each his own, right? So yeah, it was good.
I guess it's a workout.
It was a workout. Now, in Jay Daniels' class, Jay Daniels has been proven. We look at the rest of this class, and like we look at this rest of this class, Johnny Newton up and down. Like we don't know what we're gonna get on about. And he was the steal of that draft. Remember, he's supposed to be a first round pick.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a top 15 pick.
Top 15 pick, but because his feet, he dropped, right? Sanford I still got faith in Sanford still. I think he's still like so, right? But Ben Sinnott, haven't seen enough from him. Brandon Coleman.
I'm losing faith in him. I mean, he was a 2nd round pick, man, and he's just not getting it done. Nope. He's been here for 2 years, and he hasn't done anything in these 2 years.
Nope. Brandon Coleman. Nope. I think he's the out of all of these people, he's the bust.
Brandon Coleman.
Yeah, Brandon Coleman's the bust. Luke
McCaffrey. That's crazy because like that was another year where we were like, hey, we need a left tackle, and we brought him in. He started games at left tackle.
Yep.
And it just was like
too much.
So we moved him into guard this past year, and he ain't cutting that either.
Feet too slow. He getting ran over. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, man. The majority of our sacks, that's why they had to bench him. Majority of our sacks was coming through him. They started attacking him. Right?
Well, I'm not that impressed with Luke McCaffrey either.
Me neither.
I mean, I get it. I mean, he's not his brother. Let's just face it for what it is. Yep. And for him to go in the 3rd round, I'm expecting top-level caliber because there's a lot of great, like I'm talking about great receivers that go in the 3rd round.
Yep.
And Luke McCaffrey is not one of those guys.
Yep.
So, like, he plays like he's a 7th round draft pick. And to your point, I don't think he makes this roster if all he does is special teams. Because we're going to probably bring in a couple more receivers on this team.
Yep. And I'm telling you, practice squad guy. Luke McCaffrey, practice squad guy. Jordan McGee it's his time to shine now. Bobby Wagner gone.
Yep.
You're going to be man in the middle of the field calling the plays. He's had so many flashes of good things. He just did not get enough playing time. So this is Jordan McGee's defense.
This is one of the things I was upset with the Washington Commanders when we were eliminated from the playoffs. Because I go into mentality like when you're eliminated from the playoffs, you are now in next season mode.
Yep.
Right? So that should have been a time where we played a lot of youth and we're just like, hey, I need to see what we got. Guys need reps. These, you could treat the rest of your games like they're preseason games. I'm evaluating talent. And that's one guy, Jordan McGee, I wanted to see play a lot more than he did going down that final stretch.
Well, I mean, now's his time.
But now's his time.
And then he's still on his rookie contract. So now it's make a break for him now. He going into his third season on his rookie contract. It's make a break, buddy. I believe he was on a 4-year deal. Hey, it's make a break. If you want that long-term deal, now's the time to get your money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we talked about Hampton. No, we don't even know what's going on with him. And then Javonte Jean-Baptiste, he was a 7th-round pick. And he plays, when he has played, he showed spurts of success, but not with all the horses we brought in. He's not going to make this roster.
We brought in way too much talent for him to have a slot.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only, I know we're running a 3-4, but when you look at the defensive inside of things, like they're going to play, like we probably only keep 2 on each side. And we'll probably bulk up a little bit more on the outside linebackers. But like when you start doing the math with the guys that we have, I don't see a slot for him.
Nope.
He might be a practice squad player.
Yeah. So if I could grade these drafts based off what I know now, I would give Jayden Daniels, because we gave it when we first graded it. I believe we gave it a B plus when we first did it, a B and B plus. If I can give it a grade Jayden Daniels class, I would give it a B minus C plus. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, I would, and I would give last year's class a B plus for sure. B plus a low A minus.
So overall, though, I will say like Adam Peters has been a stark improvement over the general manager / head coach is making the calls of past.
Yep.
Because before Adam Peters came along, we had sorry draft classes.
Yep. Ron Rivera just feeling sorry for people. There is only Ron Rivera draft picks that's still on his roster right now. Jeremy Reeves, Deron Payne, Terry McLaurin. Who else?
That's really about it.
That's it. If you think about it.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Cosme?
Oh, yeah, Sam Cosme. Yep, Sam Cosme. That's 4.
And I'm thinking that's probably it. Yeah, thinking that's probably it.
Yep. Because when did Quan Martin come?
Yeah, Quan Martin came during that time period too.
Yeah, I'll say when did Quan Martin come?
So maybe Quan Martin.
And Quan Martin not gonna be on this roster this year.
He's gonna be fighting. Like right now, they got him penciled in as a starter, but he ain't gonna stay there long.
No, not at all.
So, if anything, we'll keep him as a backup.
Yeah, but, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
All right, so let's take a look at our salary cap situation. Currently, right now, we have 72 players on our team. That leaves 18 slots open for the 90-man roster. With that, we currently have 6 draft picks, as you guys know. If we trade back, we could pick up another 1 or 2. But basically, that gives us, if you have that 6, it gives us about a dozen other picks to go out and get some other players. I have a feeling that we could probably see maybe another signing or 2 before the draft, but we'll fill this roster very, very short and quick order post-draft. Yep. Typically, guys will go after some undrafted free agents, those that just didn't get picked up in the 7th round. You always have about a dozen or so guys that people lock, get all like, hey, this guy was a 5th or 6th round pick and he just fell off, and I got to go run out and get him. And so you'll have a dash at those guys. And then after that, I think we're going to go after some of these veterans that are still out there, because depending on which one you look, the top one up there is from Over the Cap. Yep. The bottom one is Spot Rack. whether it's 49.35 million or it's 50.2 million, I always go with the lesser of the two. So I believe that we're probably more closer to about $49 million of cap space. There's always a small difference between both about how they calculate certain different bonuses and so forth.
Yep.
So typically, when I look at these ones, I'll go with the lower number. So I'll look at this and I'll say, hey, we got about $49.3 million of available cap space, which is a lot of cap space to
Now,
work.
and I think we need to hold on to this cap space. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you why. Right? Say Chason has a phenomenal season this year, which I think he's going to, because he's a steal. Him and Chig steals, right? So
We got to pay him.
yeah, steals. So I feel like if Chason has a good season this year, he's gonna want to get paid. He's gonna want to get paid next year, long-term deal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then we gotta get ready to pay Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, we're a couple years out from Jay and Daniels. Of course, we can always exercise the 5th-year option, which is up there in money too.
Yeah,
When we get to that point from 3 years from now.
franchise tag him to death.
I have a feeling though, like we're going to be okay by the time we get to Jaden's, because I don't see Terry McLaurin still being on this roster at that point.
Nope.
So I think we'll have money there. So, but right now with 49 million, I've got this other slide here. This shows you right now that during the current value of the picks that we have right now, it's only $7.1 million to sign our rookie pool. And so with that being said, you're probably now looking at you're more like $42 million of available cap space. That's a lot of money.
It is. Yeah.
And when you start going after some bargain deals where you're picking up like Ayuk for like 4 or 5 million, you can pick up like a handful of pretty decent players for that kind of salary cap space. And if you put them on 1-year deals, you're not messing up your salary cap future, kind of like to your point when you need to re-sign guys next year.
Yep.
You're bringing in a bunch of guys on 1-year deals based off of this year's salary cap space to have it, to flesh this roster out and be able to make a good run with it.
Yep. And I can tell you right now, like I said, I would rather have a 32-year-old Stephon Diggs that had a great year over Van Jefferson. I would take him over 5 or 6 of the receivers on this roster, right? So he's still out there, right? He's still out there. And you know what running back that I didn't see on this list that I feel like should still be on this roster, but he just haven't been getting a fair handshake in the NFL? Donovan Edwards.
I tell you what, that kid is so talented, and he just disappeared.
Yep. I'm talking about this man was a dog in Michigan. Yeah. I was like, he's just not getting he's just not getting a fair handshake in the NFL.
And we didn't activate him not one time during the season.
Nope.
He's still on the practice squad the whole time. And I was just like, man, play this guy.
Play him.
And especially again, going down the stretch, like I was saying, like, there's some veterans that we could have let go that were on the final year of their contract once we got eliminated. And you could have called up a guy like Donovan Edwards and say, hey, I'm giving you the ball. I want to see what you got.
Yep. Hey, now Jack said we got to keep 20 million for the draft class. And then he said that how about a Buda Baker?
No, we only got to keep 7.1. I got it right here on the screen right now.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
7.170 is the rookie pool that we need. So we don't need 20 million. We only need 7.1 because we don't have a second and a 4th round pick. And we can even go cheaper a little bit if we're trading back that first one, because the salary, that $6.46 million for that first round pick, that drops significantly when you drop out of the top 10.
That's right. Yep.
It drops way.
And Jack said, how about Buda Baker on this team? Rumors about a trade. No. We don't want Buda Baker. You know why? Buda Baker's old.
Yeah,
we don't want Buda Baker. Buda Baker's had a couple good seasons here and there. Yeah, good to go. But I can see him being more successful on a rebuilding team like Tennessee, or if you want to go somewhere where he can just win right away, maybe going to Denver, Kansas City, somebody where he can win right away. We're not in that position right now. Yeah, the Chargers. Even the Raiders this year. I think the Raiders, they look good on paper.
Yeah, they do.
Buda Baker can go to Dallas. Like, I mean,
That's a good discussion, though. I appreciate the comment, though, because that's an interesting idea. But I think I'm more in the camp of you. I would rather us go a different direction.
yeah.
We are going younger. I'm saying the same thing when it comes to Stephon Diggs. I think we're trying to just go a lot younger. Um, you know, if the price tag is right, if a guy's looking for it, which I don't think the price tag is going to be right for Stephon Diggs. I think he's going to be required for, quite a bit. So Lord Sarge is trying to come on. Hold on. Let me try to bring him on board.
Laji Saji, live from the cruise ship. Live from the cruise ship. Laji Saji, live from the cruise ship.
What is going on?
Hey.
Man. Got my belly full.
What time is it? Man,
I don't know what time it is.
Yeah, it's 6:50 here, man. We've already been on the air for 50 minutes, man.
Hey, Lord Sarge, you in the Bahamas.
Bahamas is time zone, because when I called you, I had 2 hours.
No, dude. Bahamas still in the Eastern Standard Time.
Bahamas
you said it was 4:50. You said it was 4:50, and I had 4:50. But show don't go until 7.
Nah, you just didn't adjust your clock compared to where you really are. So
no, our clock's adjusted.
No, you are 1 hour off from us, man. You're on Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
So but that's okay. I knew you were gonna mess that up.
Yeah, Laji Saji.
But welcome to the tail end of the show. We were just talking about the tail end of this draft class of having to reserve about $7.2 million out of the $59 million or in change that we have left, which still gives us roughly about $42 million that we can round out this roster and still go after some key name free agents. So this is where I kind of want to ask you, Shaq. Give us like 3 names of like free agents that maybe we haven't mentioned yet that you would sign right now, or like maybe post draft once you kind of really kind of know what you get in a draft. Can you give me a few names?
Yeah, I can. Let's see. They're still out there, right? Now this gonna sound crazy, but hear me out.
Hey,
it's gonna sound crazy.
Crazy.
Hear me out, right? Bobby Wagner. I would like to see us bring him back. That's one.
Wow, Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner. Yep, Bobby Wagner. Hey, hear me out. Hear me out. Bobby Wagner. All right.
I agree.
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb.
Yep. I'd rather see what Nick Chubb still got in the tank, right? See what he still got in the tank. I would rather bring him in than McNichols, right? See what he still got in the tank. And then you're going to laugh at this third one. You do. You're going to laugh at this third one. Since we go into a stretch field pro style offense, right? Bring in Kirk Cousins.
That's been on my mind.
And I'm gonna tell you why Kirk Cousins. Right?
My guy, you're killing me, man.
I'm gonna tell you why. When after RG3 got hurt, who was the quarterback? In the same kind of offense. In the same kind of offense, right?
You know that guy's gonna ask for like $1 quadrillion.
He ain't gonna
We're not gonna pay him what he wants.
He's gonna get a knuckle sandwich and sit on that bench. So I mean, the only reason I say him because he's familiar with the offense and it's better than Jeff Driscoll.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I would probably venture to say it's pretty safe that Kirk Cousins is not coming back because that guy always asks for a buttload of money.
No, yeah, he ain't coming back.
And I don't know, Lord Sarge, do you have an idea? Like, who would you bring back that's available out there? Do you have an idea?
Bobby Wagner, and I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but I'm not too happy with LeJavon. I'm not too happy with the other edges that we brought in because one, the Patriots picked up for $3 million, and now we just paid 12 for him, even though it was a 1-year spec deal, right, from the Patriots. And the other guy has been out for 2 years. But there's a guy on our bench that had just as many sacks who wants to come back and play for us. You know who that is?
Who?
You better say Von Miller.
Von Miller.
No, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
I'd pay Von
No.
Miller to come in and do the same thing. He's healthy. I'd
No.
pay Von Miller to do, on a 1-year deal. That's what we
No.
just did with the other 2 edges. That's what we just did. And
Hey,
Von
that-
Miller's healthy.
No.
Chase on
Rotational only. Rotational only.
Chase
yeah.
on is 10 years younger than him, and he's a way better defensive end at this point in their careers. Way better.
Yeah. His tackle rating is so high, it's ridiculous. It's so high.
No, I don't agree with that one. Just like
it's a stat. There's no arguing it. It's a stat.
I understand that, but I don't agree with bringing Von Miller back.
I know I missed it, but where are we at in the Brandon Ayuk scenario signing? Still on hold?
Right now, we're still stuck within the San Francisco drama. They're going to he basically pissed off, the general manager and the head coach. So Kyle Shanahan doesn't want to have to deal with him. Believe me, John Lynch has had about enough of him too. But they're so angry at the fact of how much money he's taken, the fact that he checked out. Now there's 2 sides to every story, because I heard the story about how they weren't utilizing him and they weren't really getting him involved anyway. So they just really had a complete meltdown in their relationship.
Yeah.
But because there's so much bad blood there, the 49ers are not going to do him any favors. They're going to probably hold on to him because he's going to be a post June 1 cut. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't cut him until June 2nd, just to mess with him.
Hey, matter of fact, Trayvon Diggs. I said this earlier, Trayvon Diggs. Because he's still out there. Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs is still out there. I think that would be a good choice too. For me, I'm thinking of a guy these are guys that are not necessarily household names, but I think would be huge for this team. One that's on my list is Lloyd Cushenberry, the center from Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think we can get him for around $7.2 million on a 1-year deal. I would love to bring him in because I have no confidence in Allegretti at all. So I would love to be able to bring him in. And then, because we went ahead and extended Allegretti for some reason, let Allegretti back him up. But we need a very good center to compete with him. And I think Cushenberry could do that. Another guy that I'm kind of really eyeballing a lot is gosh. And you guys are going to hate me for saying this because he used to be on this team before too. But I kind of like Jahan Dotson coming back.
He's already. I thought he signed with somebody.
No, he did not sign with anybody yet. He's still out there. I wouldn't mind bringing him back and having him compete because I think he's better than a lot of these backup receivers that we currently have. Mm-hmm. And I think that when he went to the Eagles, he proved himself. Hey, listen, you guys were idiots to let me go. And he went in there and freaking lit it up. And now I know if he comes back, he'll be okay, I can get some of these other guys like Luke McCaffrey. He could be Luke McCaffrey any day. I think he can give Treylon Burks, Ja'Cory Brooks, all those guys, he can give them a run for their money. So it's just to me, I think it's a cheap hire that I think who's still young that could really make things happen. And then if I could pick another guy that's out there that I think is somewhat intriguing, and that's John Fitzpatrick, a tight end.
Yeah.
I think we can pick him for about $1.2 million and have him back up Chig.
Why not David Njoku?
Or Njoku? I'll take that one too. But the reason why I go with Fitzpatrick is because he's young, and it fits the mold of us going a lot younger.
Yeah.
But I don't have any faith and confidence in Ben Sinnott. So I want to bring somebody in that'll just beat him. I want somebody who will just beat him.
Yeah.
Who went out the job, right?
Yeah, let me see you either step up, Ben, or I'm bringing this guy in specifically to beat you.
Yeah. No, for real.
And then I want competition in there. And I think Fitzpatrick will go in there and just beat him.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of thing. On defense, I don't really have a guy, although I want to bring in at least 2 more corners, in my opinion. And so when I look at corners and I look at guys who I want to go young, I mean, I struggle. I mean, I know the Trayvon Diggs makes a lot of sense.
It does.
To me, I would do that. I wouldn't even mind, even though he's a little bit older, L'Jarius Sneed. If I could, I'd bring both of them in. Just because I need 5 corners, and right now we really only have 3, and I need 5, and I want to be flat out competing. Now we'll probably draft 1 too.
Yeah.
But like I'm okay with having a 6th very strong corner if we draft him and make them compete. You're either going to make the roster or you're going to end up on the practice squad.
Yeah, because I can tell you right now, if we draft Carnell Tate, or we bring Ayuk in, Luke, Jalen Lane, y'all curtain call for y'all. Ja'Cory Brooks, man, y'all, it was a good little run.
It was a good little run. But hey, the NFL's competitive. And you know what? You all were here when we were 5-12.
Yep.
So we're bringing people in to beat you. You're going to have to step up to show that you belong on this team. Otherwise, you're not going to be on this team.
Or you're gonna be getting called into Dan. Hey, they're like, hey, go clear your lockout. Go see coach.
Yeah, clear your lockout and turn in your playbook.
Turn in your playbook. Go see coach.
Go see coach.
Go see coach. Like, damn, that's it.
Hey, did you gentlemen already talk about it, or do we even know yet? But do we have any better idea what our salary cap space, how much we spent yet?
Yeah, we already talked about it.
We are sitting right now at about $49 million of available cap space.
Yep.
So, in our rookie pool to sign our draft picks, which is I have up on the screen right here, is around 7.2 million. So, so we have about $42 million of available cap space, which is a lot of cap space to buy a lot of players.
Yep.
That's a lot.
So we are in a very, very healthy position to go out and get several guys, like a center, like a couple more corners, another wide receiver, another tight end. We can go out there and get some of these guys and really fill out this roster and make them compete.
Yeah.
We need a center. We need a center. Dadgummit.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the reason why that was the first name I gave y'all. I know it's not sexy, but we need a center.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, if we go on Allegretti, man, that's going to be the weak point of our offensive line.
It will be.
Allegretti spaghetti.
I agree.
So, all right, guys, but that is our show for tonight. It's so great to have you on board, Lawrence Sarge. Great for good old Shaq to be back. Hey, we appreciate you all paying attention. We had a lot of good comments tonight. You guys keep it going. Make sure you guys go and invite a buddy next week. We'd sure love to have more people on board. And until next time, this is Football Psych, baby.